19 children were shot dead at school in Uvalde, Texas yesterday. They were all under the age of 12, slaughtered in their classroom by an 18-year-old maniac who just bought the guns he used for his 18th birthday present. These children's parents took them to school yesterday morning, their young hearts joyful with excitement for another day of education and fun with their friends. But they never went home and they're never going home. And those parents will never recover now from the loss of their children. They were slaughtered by this 18-year-old lunatic who was then shot dead by police in the deadliest school massacre since Sandy Hook, where 20 children and 6 adults were killed in another senseless tragedy that devastated the world. That was 10 years ago. And what's changed? Well, nothing is the staggering answer. America's endured more than 900 school shootings since Sandy Hook, including 27 this year alone. In fact, there have been more mass shootings in 2022 in America than days of the year so far. Some politicians, like Senator Chris Murphy from Connecticut, where Sandy Hook happened, can't understand why.
What are we doing? Why are you here? This isn't inevitable. These kids weren't unlucky. This only happens in this country.
He's right. Whichever side of the gun debate you're on, America has a uniquely hideous record for gun deaths and mass shootings against the world's richest countries. Only in America should mean the opportunity for any person to aspire to be anything they want to be in the most successful country on earth. It shouldn't be the mournful lament we hear every time a maniac opens fire on innocent children in the place they're supposed to be happiest and safest. History doesn't have to repeat itself, but with mass shootings in America, with school shootings, it does, again and again and again. And the big question is why? Steve Kerr, who's the coach of the Golden State Warriors basketball team and one of the biggest names in US sport, spoke for many last night.
Since we left shoot-around, 14 children were killed 400 miles from here, and a teacher. And in the last 10 days, we've had elderly black people killed in a supermarket in Buffalo. We've had Asian churchgoers killed in Southern California, and now we have children murdered at school. When are we going to do something?
Well, it's a very good question, isn't it? I understand his anger and passion, not least because his own father was killed in a terrorist attack in Beirut, so he understands pain and grief and loss. I also understand that few issues are as impassioned or as divisive in America as guns. It's not for me, as a non-US citizen, to tell Americans the laws that they should have. I learned the hard way after Sandy Hook that a British accent shouting about gun control to Americans goes down about as well as an American accent telling Brits to abolish the monarchy would go down. So let me say this instead. I understand and respect the constitutional right of American people to own guns under the Second Amendment. That was a right ratified by the Supreme Court in 2008. But surely there must be some things that all parties can agree on. Opponents of new gun laws say they wouldn't stop shootings because criminals will still get hold of them. But by that logic, why have any laws against anything? We have laws against murder, but we know it won't stop all murders. We just hope it will reduce the number of murders. The shooter, Salvador Ramos, legally spent $5,000 buying 2 AR-15 semi-automatic rifles and 375 rounds of ammunition just a few days after his 18th birthday. And yet he couldn't have legally bought a beer in Texas for another 3 years. Nor could he have bought a Kinder Surprise chocolate egg anywhere in America because they're banned over the choking threat of the toys inside.